Branden back for more episodes of Branden's Boy Problems, and today's episode is about crazy guys. So during Pride this year, I got introduced to this hot, cute guy who was like physically just my type, was like same age, and I was like really into him. And it was like my first time actually ever being introduced to a guy through like a mutual friend, even though I guess the friend that introduced us was the guy I literally just met that night. But anyway, it was my first time actually ever someone's like set me up with someone where they were actually, it was definitely my first time period being set up by someone. But like, I feel like whenever you talk to people, or like a girl would be like, oh my god, I have a gay friend, and they want to like hook up the only two gay people they know, even though in reality it's like, it doesn't work like that. We all have like types and interests, and it's more than just being gay that determines who we're attracted to. But anyway, this guy was actually hot, exactly my type, and I was like really into him. And then like it was Pride, so like everyone's been like drinking today, and like of course you want to get dick during Pride. So then like we exchanged numbers. He goes like hang out with his friends, I go hang out with my friends, and then eventually we met up. He picked me up from the club. We go back and to like hook up, and like he seemed like really cute, and like he even told me like he doesn't want like a one night stand. Like he actually wanted to like see each other more, even though I thought it was really presumptive or presumptuous or whatever that word is, premature to like say that he definitely wanted to see like wanted more and to like see each other again when like we hadn't even hooked up the first time yet. So I just feel like that just seems really odd and like bizarre. And then he and I like hooked up, and like I don't know, like something just like changed in him. Like he seemed like sweet and like boyfriend material, and then like he like come up behind me and like bit me. I was like, I'm really into biting, and I fucking hate biting. Like I hate marks and pain during sex. Like that's not my thing unless it's like a rare chance that I'm actually like into it, which is rare and unlikely. And then like it just got really weird. Like he was into like some freaky shit. Like he wanted me to like squeeze his dick as hard as I could to like jerk him off. Like he was uncut, and like usually I felt like uncut guys are usually like more sensitive. You don't really have to touch them as much. He was like, squeeze it as hard as you can, and I was like, what the hell is going on? And he was like into some like freaky shit, and he kept wanting to like fuck me, and like I was not in the mood. Like I didn't prepare, and like I just met him, and like I did let him stick the tip in, but I was really like, no, this like hurts too much. Like I can't do this. I'm not in the mood for this. Like this is not what I'm ready for. And like he just was not like this sweet, cute, like shy guy he seemed at first. Like he was into some like freaky shades of gray, like pain, domination shit. And then he'd say like creepy shit like, oh, I like he'd like snap and be like, you are gonna talk to me tomorrow, right? You aren't just gonna ignore me tomorrow. And I was like, no. And like I did like think he was cute, but like there were definitely times I was like, this maybe was not the best idea to like bring this guy back and like hook up with him. Like I feel like I could get raped right now or something. Like he seemed cray. Even though it was kind of cute. I feel like there is that stereotype that like Latino men are like jealous and possessive and dominant, and I mean I did have noticed it to be definitely true, and like some people like it. I thought it was cute because like I'm not really used to like dealing with it, but it was definitely like I am not the person that can deal with like jealousy, insecurity. Like I can't handle people that are like jealous or insecure or like want to tell me what to do. Like nobody tells me what the fuck to do. Like I can't deal with that shit. And then he'd be like, I start work at 8 a.m. tomorrow. I want you to call me by 8:05. And I was like, oh my god, this man is like insane. And then we were in the car, and like, no, he leaves me bruised because he left hickeys all over me from sucking like as hard as he could, and then he fucking came like in my eye, and I had my eyes closed, and like I never don't even let guys come in my face, especially not like our first time together. And I was like, whatever, just do it, because he like wouldn't shut up about it. And then he like did it, and he came like right on my fucking eye, and like my eyes were closed, but I felt like it was burning. And like I've had friends tell me that like they had guys come in their eye, and it felt like they had like pink eye like the next day. And I was like, I am not getting fucking pink eye. So she, since my friend wanted me to meet up with him at the club after, so like I don't know, I like had a towel, I'd like run my eye underwater for like 3, 5 minutes and then like put eye drops in and like eventually went back to like normal and like didn't hurt, but it still was like so fucked up. So I had like this red eye. I was covered in like hickeys, like fucking bruises, like someone choked me. And he told me to like make up a story saying some random black guy tried to choke me because he didn't want anyone to know that he was the culprit who left hickeys all over me or like came in my eye, which I thought was really like it was hilarious. It was also like so kind of fucked up. It's like you're like always gonna people always gonna blame a black guy for like their crimes, and it's just like it was so funny. But it's like this guy is so fucking crazy, and he's like really paranoid about how like my friends would view him if they knew he was the one that like did this to me. But I mean, at first I guess it was kind of cute that he seemed like he wanted to definitely see me again. He was like worried about his friends like first impression of him based on our first night together. But then he'd get like so fucking crazy, and then like in the car he was like driving me back to the club to meet up with my friend, and like he really didn't want me to tell my best friend who I was even staying with, whose bed we just hooked up with, whose bed I just hooked up in with this guy, like what actually happened. And I was like, I don't lie to my friends. Like I tell my friends literally everything. I mean, I tell everyone literally everything from like my blog or even my videos. Like I'm not one to like hide things or keep secrets or lie. So like I'm not compatible with guys that like are so insecure and paranoid about what people think of them. And then he would like he even asked to see my phone to see what I was texting my friend about him, even though I literally just texted my friend, this nigga is crazy. And like I was not gonna show him my phone or show him that, especially since like I was in the car with him. I was like worried he'd like kick me out or something, but it was just like so intense and crazy. And I don't know. I thought it was like really funny and like hilarious. It definitely was like a great story to tell. Just like this guy was like insane. Yeah, I still definitely wanted to like see him again. And I learned like the next day, like he was like really good friends with one of my best friends since high school. Like they went to college together and they're like close. And I thought that was so ironic, especially considering how paranoid this guy was about like what my friends would think of him and what their first impression of him would be. But then, even though he seemed like so clingy and codependent and psycho when we met, like he still wouldn't even fucking text me back barely, and definitely like wasn't even interested in seeing me again, even though he was the one that was all like, I definitely want to see you again, I'm a relationship guy, I don't do one night stands, blah blah blah. And it's like, fuck boys always will feed you whatever bullshit they think you need to hear, even though I'm like not even that type of person. Like I hate when guys try to pull that bullshit like, I'm a nice guy, I'm so sweet, I don't do one night stands, I'm looking to date. It's like, I'm a slut that likes to fuck. Like, I don't care. Like, you don't need to like try to rope me in to like say like, oh my god, like I want to be your boyfriend for you to like see me again. It's like, just be honest and upfront about what you want. I mean, if I'm into you, then I'm down for whatever. But I don't like to be lied to and deceived. Like, don't tell me you're one type of guy and then completely show me that you're not. Like, don't deceive me to try to get me into bed. Like, that's fucked up. But whatever, I guess it's for the best that this crazy guy and I didn't work out. Even though I kind of wanted the storyline to see like what would happen interacting with him. Even though I've definitely been with like that type of guy before. Like Sharky was just like that, like insecure, jealous, can't handle what people think of him, and not wanting people to know the truth of what's going on in your relationship. So yeah, the abusive, insecure, jealous type is not for me. So that's the latest episode of Branden's Boy Problem.